Hello and namaste everyone. You're watching Smarty Tech Face and I am Anjali with a new video related to the J unit for our Spring MVC project. So what we have to do today, we want to test a particular case where we have a particular user. We want the user firstly should be authenticated to our system, and that user may have a particular role, and according to role we want the controller to be perform differently. The operation should be performed differently. You have a particular use cases as per your projects, but what particularly we just want the authenticated user with the particular role, and that role, according to that role, our controllers will be performing differently. So how you will perform these type of use cases, how you will perform these type of test cases in your Spring MVC using the mock MVC JUnit test cases. So today we will talk about this. So let's get started. So as I said, we want a user to be authenticated to our system. In Spring MVC projects, we are using the Spring Security, right? So while using the Spring Security and you want to get the user from this, you may be using the security context holder get context and get authentication, and this will provide you the authentication with the user type of object. Okay, and that user, maybe your service may be getting the user from the DB to get something particularly related to that user, or maybe you are not doing that, but you may be using the users, and you from the user you will be getting the roles as well. So that role, how we can provide. So in Spring mock MVC, what we have to do, we will be using the with mock user. That is a mock user, that is a dummy user we will provide to our JUnit test, and that user can be used as our system user, and that should be able to perform all the things that you are needed, that your projected needed. Okay, so you can see with mock user, if you will not provide this thing, then it will take the default values. That is a user as a username. You can see the documentation given here. That is, if you will provide the with mock user only without providing any particular user and password or role, it will work with the default value. That is the username as user, and password will be the password, and role will be the role user. And if you have a different value, you want to test with some different new values, then you have to provide the values here. Otherwise, that is not depend on that your system is having these users or not, but that may be containing your roles, and according to roles your controllers will be performing the operations, and your services will be performing the operations. So I want the particular user and password with the different roles, so that is why I have provided here. You can even provide the number of rows as per your use cases. Okay, so the user I have provided, you can provide any username, that is not depend if it is present in at our side or not. Now let me just run through this JUnit test, run as a JUnit test, and then it should be able to perform the operation as per this username and role. You can run, it has been run successfully without any failures. All the test cases run successfully. So here I have provided the dummy user, that only mean by the mock user, that is a dummy user, that not depends on whether this user is present on your system or not. But here, as I have commented this line, but if I will uncomment it, and as you can see, this line is taking the user and checking in our database for particular reason. I will not go into the reason, but here I am using getting the user, and I want to search it in my database. In that case, if you have such a use case, that in that case your username and the password, not the password but username should be present in your system, then only you can perform the case. That is actually obvious, because we are checking the username, and that username should be present. If you are not checking for any of the reasons, then you can provide any dummy user, password and role. So okay, now let's go into the different thing. Let's say you have a other test, right? and that test also needed a mock user other, and you will add another test that is also needed a mock user, then what you will do? It is a good practice to provide the mock user to every test case? No. If you want to provide the mock user to every test case present in this class, in that way, in this case, what you have to do, you have to provide the mock user at the class level. Okay, you can provide the mock user at the class level. Let me just fine, you can see that, right? So you can see that it has been, let me just, now here I have provided the mock user at the class level. Now this mock user will be available for all the test cases you have written in this class. Okay, so run as JUnit. I'm not going into this, that what is the perform, get and expect, because all this I have already explained in my previous videos, where we are testing the model and views by using the get, post, and we are also have tested the response body. All the things I have mentioned earlier, you can go through the playlist available and check it that. Here we are just working with the mock user. Okay, so here it has been run successfully with no failures. All the test cases are run successfully, and that means our mock user is working fine at the class level too. We don't have to depend whether it should be available at the method level or the class level. If it is present at the class level, that means that user is present for all the test cases you have written in your class. Okay, you can go through the documentation given by the Spring Security itself, and you can do multiple things that is present here. We are done with the class level mock user, we are done with the method level, we are done with the default values of the username. As I have said, you can even provide the authorities and the rows with the multiple rows to the particular class, and you can do multiple things here. So that is all we have learned here about the mock user present in the Spring Security. If you want to test your system with a particular user, and that user may have a different roles, and that controller may performing the operation according to your different roles present for the user. So this is all about today's topic. If you want to give any feedback, you can you can mail me at the smartytechfizz@gmail.com. You can even ask any question related to that. If you have any doubt, I am always available here. So stay tuned with us. Take care. Bye bye.